Hey, what's up, you awesome dudes? Grace here, back with some more Anthem stuff, and today we have some big news to go over. Actually, some big leaks, because, well, it seems that we're going to get some brand new armor sets, some brand new unique weapons, as well as some masterwork support items. And this was, of course, data mined by the guy behind Anthem Archive. I have featured some of his work in the past, and he was able to data mine a lot of stuff in the past as well. If you want to check the website out, it's in the description box. You can search it on Google, but it basically contains all of the weapons, the abilities, components, and basically all of the items you can expect in Anthem, all of the rarities as well as the stats on them. So pretty useful site, but he's back at it again with some brand new leaks, and these are pretty freaking massive. We are going to check them up in just a bit because this is some really huge news, and of course I'm excited about this. This means we're going to get some brand new content in Anthem. So as I was saying, we have brand new armor sets coming up, most probably going to be in the in-game store. We also have a handful of weapons as well as the stats that are coming along with them, and we're also going to be getting some extra items in the process. So really exciting stuff. Let's start things off with this awesome Storm armor set. This one looks really freaking cool, royal as heck. Not really sure what this is called right now, but this looks really nice. I really like that head piece over there. I really like it with that gold accent over there. Definitely looks really nice, but it's not the only one coming up. We also have one for the Ranger, as you can see over here, and I believe we saw something like this in some of the art that BioWare posted about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this helmet over here definitely reminds me of this picture. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong on this or anything, but it definitely looks inspired from this. And of course, you also have the shoulder pads. It's a little bit different, of course. It's a little bit more bulky, but it kind of looks like in the same theme. So I'm really enjoying the fact that they're implementing more of that artwork into the game as well. So it's not just for shows, it's for in-game purposes as well. And finally, we also have the Colossus, this Ninja Turtle looking Colossus. The color scheme is not a favorite of mine. It's most probably going to look much better in game, as it always does, but this is, you know, the rough outline of what you can expect from these new armor sets to look like. Unfortunately, nothing for the Interceptors, so yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but hopefully that will come up soon. I'm really interested for the Interceptor because, as you know, that is my main currently, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. But nonetheless, that is not the only thing that we're getting, guys. It seems that we're also going to be getting a bunch of new weapons, and you already saw me rolling them a little bit. There's a handful of them that have been data mined. Of course, these might be just a part of them, maybe there's more of them, but we have something called a lightning gun, which is this one over here. This one definitely looks like Jorah's Wrath that we saw in the trailer, in the 2017 trailer. So if you were wondering where it is, well, it was in the game already, somewhere on some crate in the open world. So yeah, it was there already, but you couldn't pick it up or anything. Well, now it seems that we're going to be getting this for our characters, and it looks really freaking unique. This was like one of the major gripes people had with Anthem, the fact that weapons at higher levels don't look unique enough. And of course, these are said to be masterwork rarity, and they can also drop as legendaries, as you'll see soon in this video. Nonetheless, this was the lightning gun. Then we have something called the Chakram Launcher, and it looks basically like this, a makeshift, really scar looking weapon with a semi-disc in the middle. Not really sure what this does. We're gonna check that in a few seconds. We have the stats sheet as well, so there's quite a little bit of info on these weapons, don't you worry. We also have something called a beam rifle. It also looks very interesting, also very cool. This is exactly what I wanted from this game. Of course, these icons over here don't make it justice. It would look probably much better in game. And finally, we also have something like a pistol or an SMG, but it's the Knesset Shot, and it also looks really nice. I think this would go really well with the Interceptor. Hopefully it also brings some buffs to the Interceptor in the process. We also have the stat sheets for them as well. As I was saying, we have the lightning gun, and the minimum rarity for this one, as you can see, is masterwork, with the max rarity of course being legendary. As I've said, no combo type unfortunately, but it seems that this is some new type of high-end and loot that we're going to be getting in the game. So I'm really excited about that. I'm not really sure if there's going to be new content alongside with it. I mean, is this going to drop exclusively from certain mobs, from certain bosses, from certain encounters? We don't really know this yet, but check this one out. It does 380 impact damage. It has an ammo of 500, a huge RPM 4000, so that is pretty big, and of course we also have a clip size of 50, so pretty nice. Of course you also have some other information in there like reload multiplier 1.8, ADS, aim, and all of that. Yeah, it's a little bit, you know, complicated, but like the first 4 stats is what we're mostly interested in: that RPM, that ammo count, the clip size, and of course the damage. So this looks to be like an assault rifle, most probably. It's definitely going to be amazing good on the Ranger and pretty much every other javelin that uses a build that takes advantage of, you know, assault rifles. The problem is that we don't really know what type of bonuses it brings. The inscriptions on it, of course, are all random, so it can be shown in this image over here, but for the most part these are the set stats that you can expect from it. Then we also have the Chakram Launcher, as I was saying. Again, the same thing: minimum rarity, masterwork, maximum legendary, and this one does an impact damage of 1000, ammo total 50, impact force 600, but it also has a clip size of only 5 and an RPM of 300, so not really sure what this is, honestly. It pretty much can be anything, maybe like a marksman rifle, though it really doesn't look like that, or it might very well be a shotgun, since it has a impact force that is really high. It might be a shotgun as well, because I think it fits that criteria a little bit better. We also don't know if the bullets they throw are physical. From the icon that I'm seeing right here, I'm expecting for them to be all physicals. For example, you can see this is a diamond icon over here next to impact damage. That kind of makes me think that this is still bullets, you know, still regular bullets. So no energy weapons, even though it does sound from the name of it, from some of these weapons, that they might be energy weapons, but we're gonna check that in just a bit. We also have this beam launcher, which kind of sounds like it would, you know, throw a beam, but it features impact damage. So yeah, maybe these are just not finalized yet, but in the meantime the stats are 675 damage with 300 total ammo, a clip size of 30, impact force 7, and an RPM of 800. So yeah, a really good one. Honestly, I was expecting for this one to be a sniper rifle, but I think this one fits a little bit better in the marksman rifle category, though I might be mistaken. But let's move over to the Knesset Shot, which is again impact damage 422, ammo size 80, clip size of 8, so I think this is just a heavy pistol. Also the RPM is 120, so pretty low, probably heavy pistol. I'm definitely inclined to say that this is a heavy pistol, which kind of makes me believe that these damage numbers are definitely not finalized. As you may or may not know, in-game heavy pistols have a much higher impact damage compared to this, but as I was saying, these are not the only things coming up. There's a lot of other stuff in there as well, and the biggest and probably most important thing on the list right here, and the one that I'm most excited about, is the addition of masterwork support abilities. So we have a handful of them, maybe more. First we have something called Anthem's Grace, and this is of course a quickening field from the looks of it, and it has a pretty good additional buff which increases gear damage by 20%. So that is not actually bad. It's actually really good. Having your storm dealing an additional 20% for all of its gear is actually a pretty significant buff. It's a straightforward buff, nothing too complicated, nothing, you know, conditioned like do this and you will get this buff. So pretty straightforward and good, so I can't really complain too much. We also have sport gear, upgraded master point, and in addition to gun damage, all damage is increased by 20% while inside the master point. So now not only is it a defensive ability but also an offensive ability. You can just pop it up, stay inside of it, get protected from bullet damage, but also do much more damage in the process. So really awesome. This is of course for the Ranger. Then we have one for the Interceptor, upgraded target beacon. Marking a target also marks additional enemies near the target. Super useful, guys. This is probably going to make me want to play my Interceptor even more. So now not only do I mark my primary target, let's say the big bad boss, but also the small ads around it. So pretty cool. Moving on, we have the Surging Shield, the upgraded shield pulse, and additionally regenerates 50% shields per half second. So holy damn, that is actually quite big. I could have sworn that Shield Pulse is for the Colossus, so I'm not really sure what benefit it would get from regenerating shields. Colossus don't have shields, they have just armor, straight up armor, but it still might benefit the rest of the party, so that is a pretty big bump. It won't benefit the Colossus directly, but if it helps the party itself, it's more than enough in my book. Though it would be better if it would just regenerate, you know, shields and armor for the Colossus. And yeah, these have been the handful of new abilities coming up. Of course, these are just some of the stuff coming up. We might have much more than this, but these are just some of them. And yeah, tell me what your opinion on this is. What do you think of these items? Are you looking forward to see them in game? Are you looking forward to see even more? That is all that I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, of course, a thumbs up would be super appreciated. Also aim that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time, so peace out.